So first I'll show you how I make short notes within NCERT, as it is very convenient and also it saves a lot of time. For an example, I am taking the chapter Animal Kingdom, as it is one of the biggest chapters and there are a lot of examples and properties that we need to memorize. So let us move on to the phylum part, as it is the most important part in this chapter. So for an example, let us take the phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria. So first I read all what is written in the paragraph, like everything I read. Then I highlight some of the important things that I find are important. And then I make pointers, like everything that you read in this paragraph will be in the pointers above. So there is no need to read the entire paragraph again. We can just go through the pointers and our revision will be done. Also, I make use of diagrams to write down the things and points related to the diagram. You can see I have done this for every phylum. I have written all the properties related to that phylum in the pointers, and then I have written the name of the organism below the diagram for memorizing it quickly. This is another example of the chapter Biomolecules. As you can see, I have just read the entire paragraph and have made short notes like what I find is important in this paragraph. Also, I read some reference books, so whatever I find is important and extra, I just write it down also. So for fats, like I have written for amino acids, for proteins, I have written whatever I find is important. And you can have a look. I just have written everything for all the biomolecules. Another way I write things in NCERT, and it is using sticky notes. Whenever I read a paragraph and I find some important points and the points that I can forget, I quickly write it down on these notes and then stick it on. It is more appealing this way and I find it interesting to read it again and again. So these are the flashcards that are prepared for some of the chapters, and it is one of the most convenient way that I find to remember things, like small things and examples. For microbes, for example, this is the chapter which has a lot of examples, so I wrote down all the examples. Also for biotech, flowering plants and biodiversity, which has all the factual data, I have written it in these notes and I read it again and again. This is one of the most important things that I did myself. Whenever I read any reference book or I give any practice tests and I find points that are not mentioned in NCERT, I write down those points in these flashcards that I made. These are some of the examples of living world, animal kingdom, biological classification. Another way of making notes is to make them on your laptop or on your iPad. If you lose your notes frequently, then it is the most efficient way. First, I read NCERT or any other reference book and I highlight the important points. Then I write down the summary of the paragraph of whatever I have read and I note down the points. For example, in anatomy, I read the paragraph related to dicot root and I highlighted the important points and then I wrote it down here. Like this, I did it for every paragraph.